What's up, everybody? Y'all come on in. What's up, Robert? What's up, Lindy? Y'all come on in. What's up, Javon? What's up, Cheryl? What's up, RJ? What's up, Marvel? Yeah, come on in. What's up, Say Corner? Yeah, come on in. What's up, Helenise? What's up, Crystal? What's up, Crystal? What's up, Portia? We'll give him another minute, y'all, and we'll get started. All right, let us begin. How about that? What's up, Alexis? What's up, King? Let us begin. Now, we're back into our 52 sciences. 52 sciences. And we're going to talk about this 52 glow. So a lot of people ask me what it was after my last lecture. But this is me coming back and answering that question one more time. You see what I'm saying? What is 52 glow? It is the internal side to the 52 blocks. Now, what is the science behind it? 52 glow is based on the teachings of first learn to fight in your mind, which is mentalism or mental boxing. Then you go on to master your breath and fight with your spirit, which is pugilism, Pugilism, term from the Towers, which is spirit boxing. Next, you learn to box with your soul, which is rookism, or soul boxing, right? Rookism spelled Rookhism, which is the practice of learning to fight with your light body, right? So now, what is the glow? We already know the glow is the primordial light that emanates or projects out of your inner divine spark or soul. You see what I'm saying? What's up, Nicole? See what I'm saying? That emanates or projects out of your inner divine spark or soul as we know it. The inner sun, the inner light inside of you. You see what I'm saying? So after a while, once your glow starts to erupt out of your body, it starts to fill up your outer soul, which is your electromagnetic field. And your electromagnetic field becomes enlightened. See what I'm saying? Full of consciousness, full of soul. That's why when most people look at you, they look at you crazy, because you're walking around like the sun. That's actual literal meaning, the sun, because the glow, the consciousness, the halo is not just on your head anymore. It's literally vibrating all throughout your electromagnetic auric field. You see what I'm saying? So the electromagnetic auric field also becomes full of light. And so you're literally walking around with a solar energy, a solar force, and they call this the living sun or the living soul, the living rook. You see what I'm saying? So this is what you got going on here. What's up, Camlish? So this is what you got going on here. So now, of course, they talked about Kaioken. What is Kaioken? The red glow. Well, the red glow is a power up that comes from mastering your breathing, adrenaline, body, and mind while in fight or flight mode, or you see what I'm saying? Why in fight or flight mode? I'm gonna go over that later. We're gonna go in depth on that in my show no theory lecture that I got coming up. What is the true purpose of cardio? It is learning to breathe while under pressure. Also, we'll go over that a little bit later too. Just wanted to put them out. I just wanted to state them. Now, who are the 52 ancestors? They are the 52 warriors that come before us and have passed on back into the pleroma. So now let me talk about this. I was visited by the 52 warriors or the 52 ancestors recently, and they wanted me to drop this information. They was like, it's time for them to know what 52 glow is, what we over here working on, right? What we over here working on. So I'm gonna go into a lot of deep sciences that prove a lot of things that most people laugh at you about. But once I get done, they ain't gonna be able to laugh no more. They ain't gonna be able to help but accept what we've already known all along through spirituality and metaphysics. You see what I'm saying? So let's continue. And soulity. So now, How do you know? Let's pick back up. How do you know? Because in the last lecture, I told y'all that you can take your martial arts with you to other dimensions. Well, a lot of people was like, how is that even possible, Marv? That's not even possible. How fuck is you talking about? You know, metaphysical shit. That's that metaphysical shit. It ain't scientifically proven. I'm here to say bullshit. Let me go in. How do you know you can take your martial arts with you to the afterlife? This is the true secret of genetic memory. Not only does it get passed down from generation to generation, also, or what we call the natural 52. You know, the natural 52 is what I taught you. It's the genetic ancestral energy that's passed down to you. That is the genetic memory that's passed down to you as a living, breathing heir of the 52 ancestors, right? So now, if you take the time out to learn 52 blocks / 52 glow, then you can actually take it to the primordial realm once you pass on. And the natural 52 allows you to learn it quicker because you are already displaying certain attributes of the 52 techniques. You see what I'm saying? So you're already displaying this. You may do it when you get mad or when you get excited. You know, you may just start moving your hands in ways. You know, you just may start dancing and doing stuff like that, and it just start to ooze out of you. In the ancient days, we would have caught that and be like, okay, he has a knack for he's unlocked his natural 52 energy, or starting to unlock it. So now it's time to put him into training. They let you run around for about 6 or 7 years, so you can enjoy the natural world or nature so they can see what you unlock or what your gifts are. You know, it take about 7 years to study a kid to see what he's going to be good at or she is going to be good at. See what I'm saying? So now, let's nip this in the bud. They tell you that that's impossible, that you can take martial arts to the afterlife, to the pleroma. Well, I told y'all I was in the Tai Chi text last time, right? Well, this book here is called Tai Chi Fa Jin, Advanced Techniques for Discharging Chi Energy or Life Force Energy, right? For martial arts and spiritual practice by Mantak Chia and Andrew John, right? Right, so let's turn to page 22. Listen to what they said. I'm going to read it a couple of times. There is another benefit to consider when cultivating your abilities. When you use this form over a period of time, when you use this form, or the Tai Chi form, I'm going to say that when you use this Tai Chi form over a period of 15 or 20 years, it becomes locked in the molecular memory of your cells, and it becomes a part of your consciousness. When you will ascend, that is, when you die, you will take the Fa Jin form with you to the other realm. What you are indirectly doing with these years of practice is building a protective vortex that will aid you in the next realm. Remember, he who chops his own wood is twice warm. In other words, he who actually studies and practices and learns actually has substance in other realms. You see what I'm saying? That's why it's twice warm. So this you got going on. What's up, dark side? So this is what's happening here. So let me read that one more time. There is another benefit to consider to learning the Fa Jin form. When you use this form over a period of 15 or 20 years, it becomes locked in the molecular memory of your cells, and it becomes a part of your consciousness. When you ascend, that is, when you die, you will take the Fa Jin form with you to the other realm. What you are indirectly doing with these years of practice is building a protective vortex that will aid you in the next realm. Remember, he who chops his own wood is twice warm. Right there in black and white. There you go. Tai Chi Fa Jin by Mantak Chia. There was his name right there. Mantak Chia. You can look him up. MANTAKCHIA. Mantak Chia. Here you go. So there go the Tai Chi text I was referencing in my last lecture, right? But I brought the data because, a lot of motherfuckers ain't believe what I was saying. So now, check this out. So now we know that whatever we learn down here can be programmed in our DNA, genetic memory. And we can take it with us to the afterlife. So if you learn Vodou and you practice it for a while, it gets programmed into your DNA, or hoodoo, or Wicca, or the Jet sciences, or whatever other sciences you learn, or artwork, or whatever. It gets not only passed down from generation to generation. The mother passes down mitochondrial DNA to the daughter. The father passes down MSY DNA to the son. Both are asexual. But what they're not telling you is the father and the son get both the MSY DNA and the mitochondrial DNA, but it's just more predominant. Say, for example, for the daughter, the mitochondria will be more predominant in her because it comes straight from the feminine energy, right? Feminine recognized feminine. In the MSY, the MSY DNA gets passed down to the father. You see what I'm saying? MS just stands for masculine. The masculine Y. You see what I'm saying? The masculine Y. So it gets passed down to the son. See what I'm saying? Gets passed down to the son. So even though he still get the mitochondria just like the daughter, the MSY DNA is more predominant because he's masculine. He's the masculine principle. Masculine recognized masculine. That's what you got going on here. So this get passed down. So that natural 52 can get passed down. See what I'm saying? So we can use 52 blocks. So can we use 52 blocks in other realms? Yes, because genetic memory not only allows you to take it with you to the afterlife, but also once you learn to tap into your multidimensionality with your internal spirit work, then you can take it and use it on your astral and soul travels as well, or multi/interdimensional martial arts. So let me go in here. Let me show y'all. Let me go back to the previous concept. You know, what's up, Marie? What's up, Brandon? So let me go in on the previous concept of this. So motherfuckers will know that we not just making shit up around here. You know, oh, that's metaphysical bullshit. You know, a lot of these niggas don't research, so you know they don't know what it is. They just think we just be sounding cool when we say shit, but nah, this is true. This is a teaching.
You work out, you work hard.
This is a teaching on muscle memory. Now check out what they said. Check out what they said.
You're motivated, you work out, you work hard, and 6 months later you're twice as strong as before and looking better than ever. And then, bam, you get hit with an injury or get busy with work or even just lose motivation and you stop working out for 3 months. You lose all the results you worked so hard for, but now you want to get back into it. Round 2, you're motivated, you work out, you work hard, and this time, only 2 months instead of the 6 months that it took the first time, you're back to where you were before. What's going on here is a concept that some of you might be familiar with, known as muscle memory. The theory is that if you train and then you take a break, coming back to where you left off is much easier than getting there in the first place. The term muscle memory might be a bit misleading since no actual memory exists within your muscle, but 2 things are happening here, one of which is happening within your central nervous system. Whenever a motor skill is learned, such as a squat, the information is stored within the brain region known as the cerebellum. The more you practice the skill, the more efficient you become. Even after taking a long break from squatting, once you go back, your neuromuscular system is already programmed to complete the movement efficiently. This is also why we can still ride a bike, swim, and also bust out those awesome dance moves, even after not doing them for a long time. Another interesting occurrence happens within your muscle cells. The first time you begin training, the muscles adapt and become stronger and bigger. One way it facilitates this is by increasing the amount of muscle nuclei, aka myonuclei, within within the muscle cells. It was long believed that when you stop training, the muscle begins to atrophy and programmed cell death called apoptosis takes place and the myonuclei are removed. But current research actually shows that the overwhelming majority of myonuclei still exist within the muscle cells even after long periods of not training. And since they are still there, the muscle cells can skip the process of creating new myonuclei, allowing strength gains and hypertrophy to occur at a much faster rate. That's why you only need 2 months, hypothetically, instead of the initial 6 months to get back to where you were before. And that's what muscle memory is all about. Have more fitness and health questions? Please leave a comment below.
So wait a minute, what he's saying is... Hold on. Bad. Hold on here. So basically what he's saying here is, if I take up the particular, we're going to say the 52 blocks, and this is what this lecture is about. If I take up that particular art, what they telling us is, if I start to practice that art for 6 months or so, and I get real good at it, right? I just get refined at it, right? What he's saying is, I begin to develop cells or muscle memories inside my body. So the genetic memory the genetic 52 memory begins to get stockpiled inside of my body. That's what he's saying here. So when the more I stockpile it over the years, then the stronger this genetic memory becomes, because there's so many cells. There's so many 52 cells inside of me now due to me practicing the art of 52, right? Check this out. What he's saying is, if I was to stop practicing for 6 months because I got weighed down with work or whatever, and I came back and I picked up the art and just started going in again, I can actually reactivate my 52 cells and do it in 2/6 of the time that it took me to do it the first time, because my cells are already programmed with the movements and techniques. You see what I'm saying? So now, this is day science. Now, this is day science that just proved genetic memory. So muscle memory doesn't have, muscles don't have memory, but the cells inside the muscles have memory. Ain't that genetics? Ain't that a genome? Yes. So, what does it mean to stockpile? Stockpile just means to store large amounts of certain energies inside of you in mass. You see what I'm saying? To store large amounts of certain types of energy inside of you. You see what I'm saying? So a massive amounts of certain energy inside of you. That's basically what it means to stockpile. So I spend, let's say, 40 years practicing the 52. Right? I decide to have a child. I decide to have a child, and that child automatically starts to exude elements or show signs of tapping into the natural 52, or the genetics, the 52 genes that have been passed on to him. How do we know that works? Let's get into this. How do we know that works? Well, they just did a specific a test on that. Hold on here. Ancestral memory. Let's go here. It's about 3 minutes too, so let's get it.
So a few days ago, I read an article called, I can't remember the name now, but it was about the concept of ancestral memory. It's the idea that we inherit the memories of our ancestors, that somehow the memories of our ancestors are imprinted in our DNA. And it sounds a bit far-fetched, I guess, but And I've seen some research report that was not credible, but this one is, they gave one generation of mice stimuli, is that the word? That was a scent, and I can't remember if it was like something negative or something positive that happened to them when they smelled that scent, and their offspring reacted in the same way, exactly the same way, even if they had never learned like their parents had, like they had never had an experience that could connect anything positive or negative to that scent. But still, they reacted in the same way as their parents, even if their parents was not there. It was not like they learned that behavior. So I will put a link to that research report in the video description. Now, we don't know how far this goes, how much this affects us, but I believe that it could explain a lot. And I think, first of all, we can't say that this is just, new age, it's just, it's very far-fetched. It's not. It has been proven now that at least some of the memories of our ancestors are imprinted in our DNA. The question is how much.
We're going to stop there. That's all I needed him to say. That's all I needed him to say. It's a 9-minute video, but that's the main thing I wanted him to say. They thought that it was a lie that when we said genetic memory, that we were just making that shit up. What's up, Jerry? What's up, GG? We just making it up, He just thought it was a lie. But now they found through this experiment with the rats that if they expose the ancestor to a particular experience, then the child rat who've never had the experience, if he come upon or she come upon their particular experience, they automatically know not to fuck with it if it's negative, and they gonna love to play with it if it's positive. Peak game. That's genetic memory, ancestral memory. You see what I'm saying? This is what you got going on here with these teachings. So they basically just told us what it was. You see what I'm saying? And so I stockpiled my experiences through muscle memory, through training, through techniques on the physical. I passed it down to my son. He started to tap into it way earlier, and he seems to be way better than I was because he's already got my preordained experiences encoded inside of his DNA. See what I'm saying? So now we know that genetic memory works both ways. It could be negative. Say, for example, some of my ancestors were slaves. So if their descendants wake up, they automatically, just hearing the word slave gonna trigger their memory or an emotion inside of them due to their ancestors experiencing it, right? It's going to trigger their ancestral emotion or feeling inside of them because it's been passed down through their DNA. But on the flip side, if that person was a master artist, you see what I'm saying, or a master scientist for multiple generations, and then the next child come along and they are master scientists, they come along and they have way more advanced intelligence than their forefathers and foremothers, and it's because it's been passed down. And if it be passed down for at least 4 generations, it becomes solidified in the DNA. See what I'm saying? And so that's the positive side of it. And because it's a positive, they're going to naturally be attracted to what? The scientific field and the sciences of the scientific field. You see what I'm saying? So this how it work. This how it work, y'all. This how it work. So genetic memory work both ways. What they want, they know this. They just didn't want us to find out about it. This is what this is about, like always. But they wanted to, because they knew we didn't know about it, they could continue to lead us along a particular timeline where we continue to destroy ourselves with negative experiences that we continue to pass on down to our kids. And it's harder and harder, it becomes harder and harder for our kids to purge out those distortions, those corruptions. See, you can have corruption and distortion in your DNA, or you can have loyalty and royalty in your DNA. You see what I'm saying? So it takes forever to purge out those generational curses and experiences and fucked up experiences and traumas and blockages out of the family, the familial DNA. You see what I'm saying? But it also take, but where there's negative, there's positive. You also receive all the positives of the DNA. If your father was a hell of an athlete, your ass gonna come out looking muscular. If your mother was a hell of a nurse, then you're gonna come out naturally medically advanced. You already know what Tylenol about. And you ain't even have to ask your mama, oh yeah, mama, I need that right there. You point to the medicine before she even come to it. You know, I need that Tylenol right there. How you know that work? I just feel like it worked. She tapped into her genetic memory, her ancestral memory. They call it in ancient Egypt Seb, S-E-B, as in boy. It's Seb, the ancestral soul, or genetic memory as we call it today. So you pass this down. So what have we learned? We've learned 4 things about genetic memory. Number 1, you do have genetic memory, of course. Well, I guess 5 things. Number 2, you pass this down to the next generation in the art. But since this lecture is about 52 blocks, the natural 52 as we call it. So number 3, you can practice it here and in other realms. You see what I'm saying? And in other realms. Or interdimensional 52, right? And finally, number 4, you can take your 52 blocks with you, your 52 glow with you once you pass on or drop the body. You see what I'm saying? To other realms. You know, which is our primordial 52. You see what I'm saying? That 52 glow. The final level of 52 glow, primordial 52. See what I'm saying? And that's when you start to tap into your melanin memory then. Cause the origin of the world is what? Chaos, melanin, the pleroma, light. You see what I'm saying? But it ain't just white light. It's black light too. It's both ultraviolet and diamond white light. It is both there. Melanin and consciousness. It's melanin and soul. Divine spark. So this is what you got going on here. This is what you got going on. So now, what is the secret to tapping into the 52 glow or the 52 blocks and any other art? Practice. Why? The word practice comes from the Latin word practicare, which means to do or to perform. You see what I'm saying? So just practice, just animating your body, because practice is not moving around and doing anything is called animation. You see what I'm saying? You're using your will, your innate will, to perform actions. You see what I'm saying? To move. That's animation. See what I'm saying? That's all will is. Will is your ability to control the animation. I can move my arms at will. You see what I'm saying? At will. Your ability to control the animation. So, so practicing is the ability to get rid of things you do not need so that the things you do want and need move right on in. So you get rid of all that bullshit. You purge out all that bullshit you didn't need. And then you start to bring in the things you do need. Say, for example, hesitation. Some you don't need. So you throw away hesitation with right action. See what I'm saying? Fear. Some you don't need. You throw away fear with what? Self-love. You see what I'm saying? Self-happiness. Next, clumsiness. You know, you just be tripping and shit. You throw away clumsiness with what? Balance. You know, balance. Lack of coordination, which is another aspect of clumsiness, right? Also, practicing the application of balance, etc., etc. So this was going on here when we talk about this particular science. You see what I'm saying? This particular science. And so why? When I remember I told y'all that they was going around assassinating the 52 block practitioners. This is why. This is why they was trying to disrupt cause they had been doing it for years. If you ever studied the old timers, especially up in the urban communities, they would say we had big brothers and big sisters in the neighborhood that would pass down knowledge to us, right? Well, they wanted to disrupt the big brother and big sister program, and then had the audacity to come back and create organizations that produces big brothers and big sisters. Ain't that something? They got the concept from us. We started that. We're no organization for that. It was just a natural thing you did to advance the community for the next generation. You see what I'm saying? That's all you did. What's up, Maverick? What's up, Karen? So this is what you got going on here. So they fucking with us. So this is why they will go around assassinating 52 block practitioners, because they want to disrupt disrupt the generational giving of this knowledge, because these cops was catching hell with this. So let me show you what I'm talking about here, because a lot of people was like, what do you mean by that? You know, what do you mean? There's also a dope novel too called Time Released by Push and Pull for 52 blocks. You want to get that? It's called Time Release of 52 blocks novel. Real good. Pushing by and the guys' names are Push and Pull. So now this here is called Framing 52 Constellations. This particular book. And a particular guy that I actually enjoy the most in the book is a guy by the name of Bags. He, I think it's a picture of him in here. Some pictures. They in gray and white though. Well, I say it's quotes and then I give you an image of him. He said, Bags states this: when I got to prison, the reason why I boxed in prison and trained in prison and stayed sharp is because of the police. If the police put their hands on me in jail, he is going to know he was in a fight. I trained for that. I will wake up in the morning, just like you, wash your face. I will wake up and do 100 sit-ups and shadow box. Soon as the gates open, I got my gloves on and I'm going straight to the heavy bag. The police, this is what I was saying. I was referencing him last lecture. He said that the police walked up to him one day and asked, why you work out so much? Why you train so hard? And Bags told these motherfuckers, I train hard just in case a faggot nigga like you put your hands on me and I have to break your jaw. You fucking redneck. That was his quote. So I just want to let y'all know that these are real life experiences. It was his personal account of what he was going through at the time. Let me read that again. The police walked up to him in prison and asked him one day, why do you work out so much? And he says, and then they asked, why do you train so hard? And Bags goes on to say, I train just in case a faggot nigga like you put your hands on me and I have to break your jaw. You fucking redneck. Yeah. Hold on, there's another quote. So this is what these boys were dealing with. And they would fuck these niggas up. They would fuck these white boys up in jail. They were busting them with their outfits on and shit. And goddamn, they little batons and shit, banging on the boys. Niggas just knock it off on them and just start beating the shit out of them. You see what I'm saying? Just start beating the shit out of them with that 52. So now, he says this. Bass goes on to say this. Other niggas was getting killed in jail too. Motherfuckers wasn't having it. You're not gonna kill me, you fucking cracker. You're not gonna kill me and get away with it. That's the reason I stayed so sharp. Because it might go down like that. Not all statewide. Now all statewide ain't no more rings up. They took all the rings down. They knew if a motherfucker was in that ring, he would be keeping his shit sharp. And the police would get beat up. No questions asked. They know we pose a threat if we stay in shape, practice, jog every day, and get those cigarettes out of us. Do our sit-ups and all that. They had to take that shit away. They ain't have no choice. A riot breaks out, they coming at us with sticks, and they get beat the fuck up, straight up. They don't stand a chance. And that was his personal account. You see what I'm saying? Of what he was dealing with in jail. Let me see here. See if he got anything else to say. I liked him the most, cause motherfucking Bags told it like it was. Like, nah, we did that shit. We was on some revolutionary, black God, 5%er, fuck the system, fuck your system type shit. You see what I'm saying? You know, so yeah. I think he had one more set of quotes in here. Let me go back. I think it's in the beginning of the book then. So y'all can get this book if you want it. You know. Y'all can get this book if you want it. Pretty good at telling you what it is. Alright, here you go. Bags. Again. You might start off. He might show you a little something. This is him. This is his account. I was just this is his account of how he learned 52 blocks. He said you might start off. He might show you a little something. And the other guy might show you a little something. And you be like, damn, this nigga still know his shit. And he talking about the elders. His motherfuckers 90 to 100 in jail looking 20. Because they've mastered their bodies, their minds, their spirits, and soul, even behind the bars. So y'all don't interact in jail, he says. If you doing that and the police see you doing it, you become a threat to the police and the other inmates. If I'm on the sidelines and I see you do some Muhammad Ali shit, if I'm on the sidelines and I see you do some Muhammad Ali shit with your hands, I'm gonna be like you. I'm gonna walk soft around, cause if I say the wrong thing to him, he might try to hurt me or knock my ass out. This is Bag's storyline. That was his story. So yeah, I think I liked his account more than anybody else in the book. Reno Morales, he had some good stuff in here too, but that was my favorite person in the book because he let you know like what was really going on behind the scenes around this motherfucker. You see what I'm saying? And here go some images of Bags right here. This him here getting it with his 52 block. There are some images of the 52 in here as well. Y'all want to check this book out. So that's him getting it. He passed on now. He became an ancestor now. So, you know, rest in power, rest in peace. You feel me? So the boy was going in. The boy just told it like it was. I'm fucking y'all up. They ain't gonna kill me because they would murder you in prison if they consider you a threat. See what I'm saying? They would murder you. Let's see here. Experience a photographic journey into the heart of 52 blocks and witness the soul of capoeira, capoeira's U.S. offshoot in the United States. Only existing native martial culture, truth about the culture and art form is revealed through vivid photos of living practitioners of 52 blocks for the first time in history. So they pretty much told you what was going on here. Then they said, for our ancestors, the spirit of a warrior. The spirit of a warrior does not waver in the face of death. He accepts his destiny, not knowing the outcome of events. He uses his fear to reward his courage. He has pride. But he is not foolish. He shows strength, but accepts humility. He is humble, yet direct. He speaks softly, but his voice carries a great distance. He is baptized by water and forged by fire. And when criticized, he bickers not. He respectfully disagrees, but never in anger. Self-control is not without emotion. It is harmony of chaos. He is iron that becomes steel, yet his touch is as soft as his footsteps when crossing the burning sand. Using only the force that is needed to do his job. Knowledge is the key to wisdom. His understanding is understood that he must overstand to be free from his burden, not bound by his shackles. In the warrior's heart lies all truth, and in his mind lies the mysteries of the universe. Yet the warrior never talks to boast, he simply puts it on the line when it matters most. Daniel Marks. So there you go. There you go. And so yes, they have different techniques in here. We're going to go over some of the other techniques later. But yeah, Bags is my favorite person in the book. He go the fuck in. I mean, everybody else go in too, but my nigga just let you know, like, he let you know the struggle they went through in the 60s. But they took it off Amazon Prime, and they took it off YouTube. If it was even on YouTube, I think. And it's no longer on Amazon either. Let's see. Check this out. The preservation and dissemination of 52 blocks is critical in light of its cultural importance and its potential to steer African American men to more positive futures. By fomenting physical health and discipline and connecting practitioners with support networks and resources, African American males need fitness, fraternity, and support systems today more than ever. Females too. The need for fitness is demonstrated by health statistics showing a surge in obesity, heart disease, hypertension, and cancer among black men, who in some urban areas suffer life expectancies characteristic of third world countries. The need for greater dialogue and positive models for black male interaction and bonding becomes dramatically clear. When evidencing the astronomical rate of black-on-black male violence as well as the absence of black fathers in almost half of black households. Finally, the need for more support and assistance with social and economic reintegration is tragically underscored by a criminal offender rearrest rate of more than 50% within 5 years. Damn. FWAPE will address, FWA means many and pay means hits. So FWAPE means many hits. We'll address these economic and social hurdles of men trying to rebuild their lives after prison, improving health outcomes, providing role models and support systems, and facilitating social and economic reintegration. At the same time, FWAPE's benefit will extend beyond these individual men to entire communities by providing education and cultural enrichment about the practice of 52 blocks. Then they give a list of all the warriors, 52 warriors who they knew at that time. So yeah, it's a real dope book. Check it out. Framing 52 Constellations. Real dope. By Daniel Marks. You put in his name. So yeah. So now, what's up there, Christo? So now, let us continue here. Let's see here. Now, back into the soul teachings. How can one fight with their light body? Actually, it's no different than fighting with your physical body, but you have way more options. When you calculate in all the psychic soul abilities you have available to you. So yeah, you can fight with your soul body, and we're going to get into that. Let me tell you how first. Exercise. Focus on your golden light body now. Place your consciousness into it. Now, move around with it. And start to punch and kick with it. After a while, you will get used to using your light body. And you will learn to understand the frequencies and energies of your light body. This will help you to tap into the 52 glow, or the glow. See what I'm saying? Bruce Leroy. Shout out to the last dragon around this motherfucker. Shout out to the last dragon in this case. Hold on, let me pull him up for y'all. There he is. The last dragon. The first person to show the glow in the movie. Ty Matt wrote this script himself. Boom. Boom. They tried to get us part 2, but Hollywood said, hell nah, y'all ain't doing that twice. Y'all not doing that twice. So now, tap in. You see what I'm saying? Tap in. What's up, Mustafa? So now, what are some of the basic blocks of 52? So, let me show you some things here. Show you a few videos of the homies getting it. See what I'm saying?
With New East Yellow Law Bay.
Check him out.
See, I'm going to be demonstrating and explaining the importance of protecting the back of your neck if someone's coming up behind you. Very simple. Protecting the back of my neck. Protecting the back of my neck. Protecting my neck. You always want to protect the back of your neck whenever you're fighting, especially when there's more than one person. You know, and I like to use the word fighting because fighting means you're struggling. So I say when you're defending yourself. You know, or like you say, becoming a devil's personal trainer and exercising the demon. I'm going to show you right here. This pose represents different people. If I'm fighting this person and I'm going to make a turn, I can protect my neck. Also, turn it into a nice block. Nice strike. Catching him here, block, strike. Come in however I want it. Come in however I want it. So you always remember the importance. Always protecting the back. Remember the importance. Remember the importance. Never go out thinking that it's one-on-one. 52 blocks was designed for you to defend yourself against multiple attackers. 3, 4, 5, 6, so on and so forth. It's designed for that. Some people don't understand the logic behind it. They say, why is it called 52 blocks? They don't know the culture and the history. Okay? 5 represents power. So I'm going to show you pure power. So it's going to be my power refinement. 2 is my wisdom. I'm going to use the wisdom of this power that I'm going to utilize on you. 5 plus 2 is 7. That's God. So I'm going to show you the wrath of God. I'm going to put it on you. 52 blocks. 52 doesn't limit the blocks. That's just what it's called, decoding. It's code of how we do this, how we rock this. So remember, protect your neck. When you're doing your turn, it's important. Not just your neck, your back as well. Your back as well, because they're coming. They want to try to strike you. They want to try to hit you with everything they got. So you protect what you got. Very important. Luigi Law Bay, thank you for tuning in. The 52 blocks with Luigi Law Bay.
Alright, that's one.
Muzan World Coach Cool.
You go to the next one.
52 Blocks South Fighters Federation. Here with Junior. We're working on the first ever 52 Blocks South kata. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at it, Junior. Go ahead and run it for him, brother. Alright, so we're going to go through slow. First, we're going to go with the lead skull and bones, to the rear skull and bones, to the lead closed door. Where that other hand should be, brother. There you go. That's what we want. We need the other hand protecting the chin. To the rear closed door, to the lead robot, rear robot. Now, pay attention, y'all. From the rear robot, we're going to go to the rear side door, to the lead side door. All right, that's the basic kind of. We're going to go through it one more time, a little bit quicker. All right. So, run through it, Junior. Lead, rear, lead, side door. Okay, Junior got a little confused on that one, y'all. So we're gonna run through it one more time for y'all. All right, I'm gonna talk them through. So from the guard position, we're gonna go lead skull and bones, rear skull and bones, lead closed door, rear closed door, lead robot, rear side door, to the lead side door. All right, now if you pay attention, we just shut down all of the openings in our position. Let me jump back in here. What we did, we just shut down all the blocks of our position. With the lead skull bones, run through one more time. With the lead skull and bones, we're shutting down the straight punches. With the rear, we're shutting down the straight punches. With the lead closed door, those are for our hooks. Same thing with the rear closed door. Now for the lead robot, that's for our uppercuts, rear uppercuts as well with the rear robot. Then we got the side door for the ribs, protecting our ribs and our kidneys. And we got the lead. So you just saw it. That's the 52 blocks kata. That's the first one. We're going to come with some more. Peace, y'all.
So now, I got another one for y'all. I'm going to turn this down because YouTube like to flag me for the music. So. Elbow taps. Peekaboo. That's 2. Oh man. Okay. Let me go back. Got disrupted there. Head taps, that's the first block, or one of them. Elbow taps, 2. Peekaboo, 3. Houdini is 4. Y'all can slow this video down. Bum rush, 5. Rolls, 6. Spinning back fist, 7. Hand claps, 8. Butterfly, 9. Cross punches. Skull and crossbones, that's 10. Shoulder brushes, 11. Stutter step, 12. Drop and pop, 13. Front knees, front kick. Straight punch, of course. Cross punch. So there y'all go. There goes some of the basic blocks. Now the last part will be what they call shuffling the deck, which is them. You see them using the blocks in tandem with each other. That's called shuffling the deck. Here we go. Y'all see it? Kind of started. Boy, I got a chance to see it. That's them shuffling the deck, or what they call shuffling. That's usually what you see on YouTube most of the time. Them shuffling the deck, just showing they just using the blocks in the rhythmic sequence, and it's just the science behind it is you're using the blocks in unison with each other to learn to shift out, move in harmony, whatever. You see what I'm saying? So you just using them to harness your rhythmic flow. They're expressing that 52 frequency that we was talking about in the 52 force video. You just learn to use it completely as one thing, as one entity. There's really no such thing as 52 separate blocks. And remember, we told y'all ain't no division in 52. It's one block, which is the 7 angle block. You see what I'm saying? 7. See the 7, 7, 7, 7. It's just that 7 being used on multiple occasions. You see what I'm saying? And it being expressed in multiple ways. Mainly the original 52 ways. You can do it all day. You can do it with your legs too. See what I'm saying? So all that 7. 7, 7. See the 7? So yeah, even when I hold it up, it look like what? 2 7s. See what I'm saying? 2 7s. So that's what's going on. It's the 7 angle block being used. Remember the 5% of homie Norjir Allah said what? That 52 equals up to be 7. 5 plus 2 equals 7, which is God. So that's why they called it the God body, or the God blocks, because it's expressing the 7 angle block on multiple occasions. You see what I'm saying? As much as possible. You see what I'm saying? They doing it. Shifting, shuffling, doing whatever they need to do to get it in. You see what I'm saying? To get it in. 7-angle block. That's what it's called. And that's the true guide by the science behind it. 5 plus 7. 5 plus 7. Supreme mathematics. That's what them boys was about. 5%ers created this. Also called the Twine style, or our own personal name in the FOA community, with Cashapp be a lot and all that. So there you go. There you go. That's what you got going on. It's just that 7-angle block used, in multiple scenarios. You see what I'm saying? Boom. And you're just shifting it. You're just moving that 7 around to block, to punch. See what I'm saying? Even when you punching, you extending the 7. You extending the 7, right? You bring it back to the 7. That's all you're doing. You're just protecting yourself. Tightening it up, bringing it out, doing whatever you need in that moment. Coming over here, doing whatever. Yes, you can just do this sitting down all day. You ain't got nothing to do. And you can do this all day. You see what I'm saying? You can do it all day. Shifting. Just practicing that shift. And this is what most people don't, this is what a lot of people outside of our race don't understand. Cause they look at it as hip hop. Most motherfuckers don't fuck with hip hop anyway. So just because it has a connection with hip hop and it's the 5th element of hip hop, you can even, that's what Floyd Mayweather got that shoulder roll defense from. He from New York, you know that shit. So even that shoulder roll that he love to do in his defense, that's his thing. That's his thing. That's all you doing. That's all you doing. It's the 7-angle block expressed in multi different ways. And that's what equals up to be 52. But it's infinite amounts of blocks. You see what I'm saying? Because 7 is God, and God is infinite. Generator, operator, destroyer. So there you go. There you go. Message from the 52 ancestors. Let's finish up here. Let's wrap it up. We want you to know that we are here. We are alive and well. As we are still practicing the 52 blocks and have even come to develop the more celestial forms of 52 glow, which allows you to use your light body in conjunction with the blocks to create soul blocks or energy blocks that extend from within you outwardly to protect you energetically. Like I was telling y'all, you can do the double pyramid. Sometimes they also refer to as the skull and crossbone. You can do that, or just do the aspect of it and the energetic form of the block of extend outward, and you can hit a motherfucker with that shit, or even protect yourself by just throwing up that block. It's a whole science. Them boys be going in. They just all when I walked into the dojo, it was just a group on it. This all they was doing. They was just rolling. They were just rolling with their fingers, and they would shift up. Then they would go to the other side, and they would come back. This is all they would do for hours. And then they would punch, do all this, get it in, and then they start really getting in heavy with it when they start thrusting their energy outward and just doing big shit. And then that energy would come up. I was like, damn, it was like a whole other body would come out of them, a golden light body would come out of them and cover they somewhat so-called physical form, which they weren't physical, they did, but their physical light form, I guess you could say, what they looked like when they was on Earth, they was doing it, and then then that golden light form would come out, it would extend, and they could control it. They could do this, and the energy will come up, and you think that they ain't block your shit, and goddamn motherfucker come in, he stopped, cause he used to the block, but the energy still knock your shit out the way. You see what I'm saying? Still knock your shit out the way. Oh, it's something to behold. It's something to behold. But guess what? Y'all about to be able to tap into their realm too, cause they left me with a spell for y'all to tap in. This is called 52 Glow Activation. Now, let us show you how to access the 52 dimension. they say, look for us in your mind's eye, or third eye, or first eye. We wear black and gold with the number 52 on our backs. Come see us so that you can receive 52 Glow training to help protect you on your soul and astral travels. We will give you a golden soul orb that will then be absorbed into your heart chakra. You will then receive visionary experience of all the 52 techniques and ancestors that came before you, as the energy then erupts out of you. The 52 installment will then be complete. So come and get down with the sacred sciences. Come and get down with the sacred science. My bad. Sincerely, the 52 warriors. So there you go. There you go. That's what these 52 boys is all about, and girls all about. There's women in there too. Women getting down with it too. They getting it. They getting it. Shit, they go in. They moving. They ain't caring. You know, just like them. You know, they not caring. You know, you see what I'm saying? You know, protecting yourself, freestyling that motherfucker. It's cool to see the ladies do it. I ain't gonna lie to you. But yeah, they going in too, cause there's many of them that know the sacred science as well. So with that being said, that pretty much wraps up this lecture. But as you can see, this is all science. You know, we like to have a balance of both mysticism and science over here. They think that genetic memory ain't real. Every man and woman shouldn't have hands. You know, that's uncivilized. Well, look at what civilized got you. You got you locked down here, don't it? Nah, you need to be what Riddick told you to be. An animal. A monster. A demon. Shit. An angel of death. That's the only way you're going to break your chains down here. And that's the only way the force can set you free. By unrelenting, ruthless compassion. You see what I'm saying? Unrelenting, ruthless compassion and ascension into your higher self. So, that is the truth behind the 52 Glow and the 52 blocks. So, any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Oh yeah, one other thing. For everybody who don't think that it can't be used in a street fight, well, here's the elder getting it in. Some young nigga was talking trash to him, and he broke that nigga up. Hold on, he broke that nigga up. I almost forgot. Look at them elbows. Look at that.
It's too early for this. Oh, he's down. It's over.
That's the high-low principle. He went up high, went down low on his ass. Yeah, he in the flow now. Then they ain't captured the whole fight, but y'all see what it is. Y'all see what it is. He ate them licks. Got his ass fucked up. Got his ass fucked up. But y'all, as y'all can see, it works in street fights. That's what it's actually specifically designed for, street fights. See what I'm saying? So, know that you can use it anywhere, from here to anywhere else in the cosmos. And know that the homies and homie, the 52 ancestors, is getting it. Your 52 descendants in the future, getting it. See what I'm saying? Getting it. And of course, the living heirs are getting it. We already know, you just seen them just go in just now. So yeah, there you go. That happened a few years back. So yeah. So any questions? Do you think we are going to need the 52 block method soon? Yeah, that's why I'm talking about it. They told me to talk about it because it's needed. Shit, this presidency shit, you don't know how this gonna go. They already fucking with your emotions by postponing it. So they feeding the archons just by doing that. But we already have heard word that if Biden win, they gonna ride. If Trump win, they gonna ride. So basically, they gonna have to shut this shit back down. And it ain't in this phone, it's in this phone here. But the homie took pictures outside Detroit of giant bricks that just mysteriously appeared on the sidewalk. They starting that false revolution up again. You see what I'm saying? So they starting that false revolution up again, and if they shut it down this time, it may not come back, especially since we so close to the Great Conversion. It may not come back. It may not come back if they shut the system down. What they're gonna do is they're gonna trump up COVID-19 even more. They set it up perfectly. They know you probably gonna ride. Well, now they about to stage a ride, for whatever president win. In the meantime, while you out there fighting, they're gonna give them a chance to spike up the COVID, statistics. When it get high enough, they're gonna shut this shit down. Watch, see what I tell you. Shit, they didn't even announce the president this week. They gonna postpone it for at least another week or close to another week until they get everything situation and they ready to go. Once they load up what they ready to do, that's when they gonna announce the president, and then they may switch over to the other president. Right now, Biden all of a sudden winning. Next week, Trump may all of a sudden be winning, and they're gonna go back and forth. And so, what you're gonna see here is you're gonna see rioting, and that's gonna get them. They're gonna stage another false revolution. During this revolution, they're gonna spike up the COVID situation, and by December they're gonna shut this shit down, and that's when they're gonna go. That's when all hell gonna break loose, for real, because they're gonna announce to everybody they shutting down the grocery stores and everything as well. So stock up on your groceries now, stock up on everything now. They're gonna shut the system completely down. And you ain't gonna have that. So of course, when they shut the system completely down, they're gonna have everybody out there rioting, right? And so they already talked. From what I heard, you listen to Conscious Queen, she told you that people having dreams of men in black going door to door, knocking on it, martial law and shit, and you're gonna have to be ready. And we're gonna talk about that way more in my Show Enough Fury video that's coming. So now, Nicole, can you elaborate more on the connection of the 52 blocks and the ancestors? 52 blocks is actually an old science. It's not a new science. Now, this variation of it is a little newer. It's been around, even though it's still been around since the 60s and 70s. But 52 block has a long history. You start with 52 blocks, also known as Jailhouse Rock, also known as Ghetto Blocks, and Alto 52 in our time. But if you go back in the timeline, it's known as 52 Pickup after the cars, like I told y'all in 52 Force video. Then before that, the generation before that, they called it Stato. You see what I'm saying? They called it Stato. And the generation before that, they called it C72. It goes all the way back to the Virginia Scruffers. It goes back to all those warriors who was rising up at the time of the slave rebellions 200, 300 years ago fighting the system. And these white boys came over here, these archons came over here thinking that they could just whoop our asses, but they noticed we had a mysterious art, a mysterious self-defense that was hard to penetrate. It wasn't until the Moors came in and rebelled and betrayed us and told them all our secrets and told them how to destroy us that they gained a foothold in taking us out. But before that, we was whooping that ass because they knew we had a mysterious defense, shell defense system that they had never seen. That's why in a lot of the texts you hear the story of these beings, these spooks, they call them spooks back then, indigenous black assassins or whatever, who they would chase through the woods, and the motherfuckers would seemingly disappear and just pop up out of nowhere with guerrilla warfare. That's where they got the concept of guerrilla warfare from. They would come up out of nowhere and wipe you out and disappear again. Also, when they tried to fight them face to face, they would have this special, unique defense system that they would use to protect themselves with, and it was hard to hit. And white people had never seen that because all their shit was based off offense. So they would tie themselves out, and these indigenous black assassins would take out their hatchets or their daggers and just slit their fucking throat, and they would die. And they fucking and what they did was they recorded these experiences in their dialogue. And when they start seeing it pop up again in the 60s and 70s, they did, in the 80s they used COINTELPRO agents to go in there and as blackface. You know, they put on blackface masks. They would go in and they would go and incite gang wars, and in the middle of inciting gang war, they would just walk up to 52 practitioners and shoot them, assassinate them. They were high assassins. So you had hits out on the Black Panther Party, the Nation of Islam. You had hits out on the 5%er. You had hits out on 52 block practitioners. You see what I'm saying? Anybody who was helping elevate the community at the time was deemed a black nationalist terrorist threat to the FBI. And so they used COINTELPRO, them indigenous Jedi, Cabal Jedi, who was working for the establishment to take us out. That's what I meant by Attack of the Clones. You see what I'm saying? And so us true warriors, or what they call the Sith in Star Wars, was fighting back, and they couldn't penetrate. We was hard to penetrate. We would fuck them up. You see what I'm saying? We would fuck them up with these techniques, these mysterious techniques that they look different back then because the cultures was different back then, and they didn't understand how the fuck they was doing it. You see what I'm saying? They didn't understand like how the fuck is they defending against it. You know, they was getting ready to outlaw boxing. That's where we shine the most with 52 blocks. How we started incorporating 52 techniques, defense techniques, or the blocking system into American boxing, and that's how I got some good. Back in the late 1800s, mid to late 1800s, somewhere up in there, they was getting ready to outlaw boxing because it had became so brutal. Niggas was just slugging it out, knocking each other out, right? Well, the homies came in, entered into boxing and saved it by incorporating defense, the blocking system, the 52. And after a while, the white boy like, why the fuck we can't hit these niggas? And that's when they got hip to, okay, we gotta start developing our defense, or we gonna get knocked the fuck out because we're getting tired or getting exhausted from trying to fight these niggas. And goddamn, they actually putting up their fists and blocking and blocking and parrying and all this other crazy shit that they doing. So what they had to do, they had to learn defense or the blocking system. That's where they learned defense from. Cause boxing didn't have no defense in it. It was just niggas punching and slugging each other out. It was a death match for the most part. That's basically what you had. So yeah, it was a death match. So there y'all go. That's what it is. That's what it is. So I hope that helped. So it was a death match, and then it will begin to evolve on down the timeline until you see it resurrect again, where they fuse American boxing and kung fu and karate and all the other arts back into the blocking system, and now that's where it begins to look like this again. You see what I'm saying? It becomes if we took all the arts of the day and we fused it into the blocking system, and it became the 52 blocks. You see what I'm saying? If y'all just want to know the whole history, or just at least some of it, you know. Of course, the first-hand accounts is oral history, but I'm going to let you know what it is, put it on tape, so y'all know what this energy known as 52 blocks / 52 glow really is. So there y'all go. I'm gonna go and get up out of here. Yeah, damn, it's already 5:34. I gotta go meet up with the homies. They waiting on me. So I'm Marvin Jones. Yeah. Oh yeah. If y'all want the 100 sacred needle names, hit me up. I'm throwing in 52, the 50 names of Mardukes with it. For free. People are loving it. $20. Cash at me. Hit me up on Messenger. My email, if you want to hit me up on email, is mcjnetwork@gmail.com. mcjnetwork, that's the first half of the Cash App. And just put @gmail.com and let me know that you're interested in them, and I get them to you, and you cash at me the $20, and we'll be good. So there you go. So also, if share this with your friends, let them know what it is. And if you want to hit me up at the Midnight Order for my other occult lectures on YouTube, you can. And of course, if you want to donate, you can cash out me at MCJ Network. And I'm out.